Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom review. See by title below, yes, this is on episode 12, the final and last episode of Sword Art Online Alternative GGO. And honestly, for a finale, this episode did not disappoint me. It blew my expectations out of the park. Honestly, I knew it was going to be crazy and intense, considering the fact that last week's episode was pretty crazy and intense as well. But holy crap, this episode, it honestly sucks thinking about it now, considering the fact that this is the final and last episode, and I really wish we could get more, considering the fact that this episode definitely proved itself to be a great finale, pretty much being my favorite episode over the entire season. Like, literally, we had great action, we had comedy, we had some music in there as well, some great parts in the game, great parts in real life, to which honestly I was not expecting to like the real life moments as much, honestly, just because I don't know, it just most of the time comparison to the game world and everything, the real life kind of stuff isn't as awesome. But I definitely ended up really enjoying seeing all the characters, especially of course the unveiling of who Pito really is in real life, obviously, because that was something I had wanted to know for quite a while, and I'm not gonna lie, I was actually quite surprised. Well, leading up to the point, as they had gone through the episode and everything, I started to see some clues and started to see it, but I don't know if I was the only one and everyone else saw this coming from episodes previous in the season, but I did not expect it at all. And that's why this episode was honestly pretty damn awesome. And I really wish that there was more episodes, or at least already an announcement of a second season, to which of course there is not at the moment. But hopefully it does, considering the fact there is still more material and stuff in the light novel for them to go ahead and adapt, and that would be pretty damn awesome, considering the fact that I did not expect to like this series as much as I did. But obviously, you are here to hear what I had thought of this damn episode, because holy shit, this episode was crazy. Straight off the bat, we have Len rushing in, slash her legs, slash her neck and everything, and you're like, holy crap, Len has her on the back rope. She cannot hit her, she can't react in time, because Len is literally just inhuman speed somehow. That's something that still has not really been explained on why she has that kind of speed and everything. But then of course you remember, wait a minute, this is Pito we're talking about. Total badass. Yeah, decides, forget the lightsaber, I'm just gonna punch you straight in the face, and just literally boom, blasts her across onto the ground. And obviously Len was like pretty much dazed from that. I was like surprised. I knew that it was gonna be crazy intense, but I did not expect her just to punch Len straight in the face like that. And then of course you have it where it looks, oh no, what's gonna happen to Len? You get some weird moment because Pichon had ended up arriving. That's like the one thing that I don't really care for the series as much, because for one thing, I've said this numerous times in my reviews and everything, I don't really care for Len's character as much as other characters like Pito and Fuka. I'm not saying I hate her character completely, but out of all the characters, as her being the main character, I have not really cared for her too much. And it's not a big reason obviously, but one of the things I never really cared for is that this whole Pichon thing just makes no sense. It seems like a random thing being thrown in just because she likes cute stuff, and it just, I don't know, it was really weird, even in this whole action scene, just to have that part of her, like Pichon saying like, don't worry, look up and everything, look what's gonna happen. It's like, oh, there's no bullet line and everything. So I don't know if I'm pretty sure Pichon, her P90, isn't really speaking to her. It's more of, I guess Len has some type of kind of mental problem, and this kind of stuff happens to her. Maybe this isn't the first time this happened to her with an inanimate object or something like that. I don't know, I could be wrong and everything, but it's just weird and doesn't place well, in my opinion, with the rest of the episode and the rest of the series overall in any scene, honestly. At first it was like kind of cute, because it was like, yeah, she likes cute stuff, so it makes sense, but like in these kind of situations it feels out of place, honestly. But nonetheless, obviously, the P90 ends up pretty much backfiring. She gets caught off guard. Pito, while dazed, do you think, okay, Len can just rush in. Instead of trying to go from like an angle or something like that, she just goes straight on. Pito knows that's happening, grabs her, holds her up. She's so damn small that she can hold her up with just one hand and everything. And then you think, holy shit, what's going to happen? M is over here. He's got Fuka tied up. You think, holy shit. We're going to have an execution. Pito is literally going to shoot Fuka straight up in the head, and instead what we end up getting is something, honestly, it's kind of not too much of a surprise, but also a surprise because I didn't expect it to happen like this. But she full on executed M. She shot him like twice in the cheeks or something because of the whole thing of finding out that he's pretty much a traitor. Pretty much she let it go when it was to, you know, take out the gymnastics club and everything, because she was okay with that as long as she'd be able to go up to Len. But once, of course, she had found out that he tried to pretty much make it so she wouldn't know that Fuka was coming in the vehicle, that's when it was too much. Boom, executes, just shoot him straight in the head, no hesitation at all. And I was just like, okay, I was expecting some like battle between, you know, Fuka and M or something like that, or maybe them helping out in a way as well, and then you would have like a literally a 2-on-2. But instead, it ends up being that Pito just decides, I'm just gonna execute my partner. And I was just like, yeah, most of the time I would be surprised, but it's Pito, so it's not really too surprising, even though it was still pretty damn crazy. Like, I can only expect the viewers, like, just be like, what on earth just happened? Did she just kill her teammate? Or maybe just because of all the crazy stuff that's happened, I actually wouldn't be surprised that everyone wouldn't be surprised either. But then I was like wondering like what's gonna happen next, you know? Fuka's left there, and I always thought like the whole sword thing, it's not sword thing, a knife holding up her hair was cool and all, but I never expected it to be used like this, which was pretty damn awesome. Ching! Cut off her what's it called, the thing that was holding her down, or putting her arms together. Rushes at Pito, decides shoot. Oh no, I can't kill her. I'm pretty sure if Pito just kept shooting, she probably could have killed her, honestly, in my opinion, because when we saw at the end her health, Fuka was pretty close to dead too. But of course, Pito, you know, she likes to play with her food, decides to put Len in front of her, to which of course Len comes up with a crazy plan right there and then, and Fuka knows exactly what she wants, cuts off her damn hands. I did not expect that. Kicks her straight onto her, and she goes full Rick from The Walking Dead and just takes a chunk out of Pito's neck. And I was just like, holy shit. That's like the most extreme that you can get. I didn't even know that you could actually do that kind of thing. For all we've seen, we've just seen some hand-to-hand combat at the most. We've seen some using of knives and stuff. We've seen, you know, guns and everything. No one's gonna expect you to bite someone in the neck. That part honestly just caught me completely off guard in an awesome way, because I was just like, holy shit, Psycho Len is definitely like full on psycho. Like, that is just plain crazy. That is over the top that no one would expect. Pito is crazy, and she did not expect that to happen, you know? And then of course, the whole thing with the promise and everything, pretty much making it that Pito will not kill herself, obviously, because obviously she killed her as well. Tries to explain all that kind of stuff, and then of course rips more of a chunk off and ends up killing Pito. And you think, hooray, Len and Fuka were able to beat them. And then of course they get shot from the side, just as I had pretty much predicted, exactly, just in battle royale fashion. And literally someone comes out of nowhere, camping the whole time, watching the last two groups, shoots them, and then they end up winning. And I'm pretty sure that's the kind of win that you see people like, oh, whatever about them. Let's talk about the crazy fight that had happened between Len and Pito, because that's what they're going to talk about. They're not even going to really care too much about this whatever like robot looking group at all, pretty much. Yeah, they want, but whatever. They weren't really, it wasn't really a win in my opinion. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to go off on a little tangent real quick, but that's one of the reasons why I don't really see games like Fortnite, which I love Fortnite and I love PUBG and everything, but I don't see games like that, Battle Royale games, really making an impact on esports, just for the fact that it's too RNG, it's too random, there's too many people, the map's too big, so that the, like, as a spectator sport, it's not really as, you know, appeasing honestly to the eyes and everything. And like I said, it's too much RNG, it's too much to luck on the fact that someone could literally just camp their way out. Yes, that's a valid strategy and everything, but that's not fun to watch. And then they just come along and just end it like that. That's just, it's just honestly, that's why I never will see, in my opinion, Battle Royale games as an esport, honestly. I just don't see it work. But yeah, let's get back to the episode now. I gotta say that after that part, the real life portion is what's next, of course, and like I had said previously, I did not expect to enjoy this as much as I ended up enjoying it, because I don't know, just the craziness, the insanity, over the top insanity that had happened in the first half of the episode in the game. I kind of expected it to be much more laid back and just kind of a way to give closure for the characters as they finally get to, see who Pito is in real life. That's one of the things that I was excited for and everything. But I had not expected it to be as enjoyable as I had predicted, because it was hilarious. The whole scenes with all the characters, M's whole story about how he was a masochist stalker. I literally thought right when he told his story, and then he was like pretty much telling about how he was fat at first, he was stalking her, and then after that she finds out and makes him his damn man slave. And then after he's like, oh, those were the good days. I was like, excuse me? Are you a masochist? And then of course Len straight up says, yeah, I guess M stands for masochist. And I'm like, words literally taken out of my mouth. Like, that is exactly what I was thinking. Like, holy crap, M is a full-on masochist. And then of course the other scenes as well, like I had said with Fuka. I just love Fuka's character so much in and out of the game. She just brings on a whole nother level of comedy that Len just doesn't give, and that's why I just loved her character. And I just really wish that we could have saw more of her, honestly, instead of just like in more of the latter half of the season. That's why I really wish there was, of course, a second season, because we would get to see more of Fuka. And of course there was some other characters that were introduced as well that we could have seen more of as well. But of course we don't know yet if there's going to be a second season, But yeah, just overall just the comedy levels of these parts with Fuka and her reactions and her jokes, and M and his stalker masochist stories, it just literally had me cracking up the entire time. Like, yes, the part right after with the gymnastics club, it was more of just, I guess, pretty much just to show them, because they did help and everything, gave her a necklace for her birthday. That part was the only part I didn't really care for in the real life part. But everything after that was awesome. And as you guys know, when it comes to putting music in an anime, I love when you have these kind of concert kind of episodes and these parts and everything. And it was done really well. I love the song. I love seeing that whole concert part of it, the song when she sang. And if you were to tell me that Elsa Kanzaki was going to be Pito, I would not have expected it. Yes, going into, like, as we went on with this episode, you kind of expected something along those lines, but it showed the whole, see that they were going to the concert and everything. That's where M had brought them, and you're starting to think, oh, is Elsa actually the pretty much the hidden Pito herself and everything? And if you had told me that you had found out something like this before, like the previous episodes, I would have been like, where? Please tell me, because honestly, I did not expect it at all. And that just made it even more awesome. It was cool to see, of course, Len pretty much figure out straight up. They tried to fool her and everything, but she knew straight up because of the whole, it makes sense. The whole thing with M knowing her name, her address, and all that kind of stuff. The only person that she told that to, of course, was obviously Elsa. And it's just cool to see both Elsa and Len, because Len has always wanted, to like cute and small stuff. So her avatar ends up being cute and small. Pito is actually cute and small, but her character ends up being more tall and, sexy, I guess you could say, if anything. And it's just cool to see that kind of contrast in both of their characters, because that is one of the main differences between this and, of course, Sword Art Online, the regular series, is because this series feels a lot more like from a gamer's perspective. There's no crazy over the top story, hero needs to save everyone kind of thing. Instead, we have just normal people wanting to have their own agendas and play a game and have fun and everything. Some of them want cute and small stuff, others want crazy, gruesome action, near-death experiences. They all have their different kind of ways of playing the game, and that's why it makes it so enjoyable, because as a gamer myself, I can relate to a lot of things. Maybe not the whole wanting to be in a death game kind of thing, but it definitely shows that this is like the gamer experience. Like, if I was to be able to be in a VR game, I would want to, certain kind of differences in how I looked and how I acted in the game as well. And that's why it's cool to see this series overall, and to see these kind of things happen. And of course, it ends with something I did not expect. Pito coming in with a full-on lip lock on Len. Don't tell me you expect that to happen. I was cracking up. And she even kisses her on the cheek and everything, says like, oh, well, you were okay with that guy who gave you the ammo. It's like, oh, she was the girl. It's like, oh, it's okay for me. M goes along and starts talking about how, you know, pretty much saying, yeah, Pito pretty much goes through guys and girls like nothing. I'm like over here like, jeez, M, you're in love with this girl and she's pretty much just gonna go everywhere without you. But he's obviously a masochist. He likes these kind of stuff. He likes to be under her foot and her slave pretty much. So I guess they're the perfect couple kind of thing, you know. But overall, loved the episode, loved the way it ended, you know, having them back in the game as well, kind of showing the similarities. And Pito, you know, pretty much Len getting what she wanted from Pito, Pito getting what she wanted from Len, and overall ending in a pretty awesome way with both of them. Like, they fell for the trap, and then boom, end of the episode. So overall, I definitely have to say I really did enjoy this episode. It was pretty awesome. It had pretty much everything I could have wanted: action, comedy, you know, real life and real in the game moments. That just was pretty damn awesome. And then of course also having some music in there as well, which, like I say, if you have music in and you do it well, I'm definitely gonna like it. So overall, definitely a good episode. Like, definitely a great finale to end off the season. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say about the episode. So I guess now we can finally get onto the nitty gritty kind of stuff, and what did I, you know, think of the entire season overall? What is my rating? And I was kind of like on the fence. I was wondering, should I give it a 7.5 or should I give it an 8? And some of you may not agree and everything, and that's just, you know, that's your opinion. But I'm honestly gonna give this an 8. I actually really did enjoy this series. Just the overall feeling of it actually being Gun Gale Online, the overall feeling of it really being kind of, you know, something you can compare to, like, as a gamer, that this is how people would be and everything, and how certain things are. And like the battle royale was actually literally like a battle royale. I love the strategy and tactics being, you know, something that's not just like Kirito rushing in and everything. Like, that's awesome and all, and just the heroics and all that kind of stuff is cool. But just this more laid back, kind of true to a gamer kind of thing, just, it really was enjoyable. Sure, they had the over the top kind of thing with Pito trying to kill herself kind of thing going on, but overall it was pretty damn awesome. I loved the comedy in it, I loved the action in it, I just loved pretty much almost everything in this. It was like the perfect Gun Gale. Like, this is what I would have wanted for the original Gun Gale arc, honestly. And yes, I didn't really care too much for Len. That's probably one of the things that brings it down a bit. And certain things could have been better as well. But overall, I definitely say I did enjoy this series and would definitely recommend it to other people who love Sword Art Online and want kind of a different feel to it, like with actual Gun Gale Online. Like, this is how Gun Gale should have been, you know? But yeah, it's all I really gotta say, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. As always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. How do you feel about this episode? Anime watchers only and source material readers. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Anything you want to talk about, good or bad, feel free to comment below. It's always awesome to hear you guys' thoughts. Obviously, if there is any spoilers to what's going to be happening in the next season, please, of course, do the whole skip 4 lines thing. So if someone clicks read more, that's their choice. I definitely do not want to, because I still do want, I'm still hoping for there to be a second season. And if not, I may end up reading the novel myself. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, see ya.